Well, folks, Jim Voss, high above the garage, 8 or 10 feet, working on another podcast for just my opinion. Not really sure what number this is, but at this point, as Hillary Clinton said, what difference does it make? I told you 4 months ago Biden would not be the nominee. So Biden has dropped out of the race, and now his understood, proposed VP, Headboard Harris, is going to try to attain the Oval Office with all of her worldly skills. I'm not sure those skills pertain to running the nation. It does have something to do with trading. No, I don't think we have a layaway plan. That could be the debt, I guess. I don't know. I've still got. They are talking to Lardass. They're talking to Madame Lardass on the side. This is going to be a crooked convention. This is going to be. Oh my God! Just think about it. I would not be surprised. See, these delegates have votes that are meant for Joe Biden. Now, the only way by law they can give those up to vote for someone else is if Joe steps aside. Well, Krusty the Clown took half of the Joe Biden Barnum Bailey circus and moved over to the side. So now they can vote for whoever they want to, but they got to vote for somebody they want to. Does that make sense? I don't think everybody's on board with Harris. The poll today shows her losing 68 to 32 percentage points. That's pretty badass whooping. So I'm just not really sure that they're going to run out here and cast all the votes. But it's going to be fun, and brother, I am going to be there. Let me see. The date is August the 19th through the 22nd. And I'm going to fix me a great big toddy, and I'm going to sit there and have myself a blast. The Democratic convention has never been smooth. I mean, it was when they were trying to get B.J. Bill to get elected. But, and Obama, of course, that was a shoe and a coronation. But I'm not too sure that she, the horizontal mambo queen, is going to be the nominee. And if so, you can have a splintered. In other words, some people are going to vote for Madame Lardass, somebody vote for Headboard Harris, some of them might vote for Chug-a-Lug Buttigieg. You can't ever tell who they're going to vote for. And some people will vote for Robert Kennedy Jr., which I would love to see. If we lost to a Democrat, I would rather it be Robert Kennedy than a Headboard Harris, because Robert Kennedy is a brilliant man. And he does not like Fauci. He does not like the vaccine. He understands the pandemic when it happens. He knows all that was a farce. And that's why his family, and that's why those people that are in the power won't have anything to do with him. They call him a radical. He's a radical against a left-wing agenda. He certainly is. But he is, as his family always has been, he is for the poor. He is for the vet. So if we lost, excuse me, if we were to lose, I'd rather lose to him than the queen. Hillary is saying no, but behind closed doors she has said maybe. Now let me tell you what. Rumors were from the people who were in her suite when they told her she had no pathway to victory, she was throwing furniture through the windows. This girl lost her head. Cheese done slipped way off of that cracker. And I believe this time she would bite a bullet. I do. She could not stand to lose 2 times in a row. It is amazing that we know when someone runs for office, for big time office, not for local, they always go to these people who are going to rebuild their character and their personality, and then they put them out there in the marketplace for you to look at them, and you're going to say, well, gee, I never saw that side of Miss Harris. You know, that's their job. Now they're saying that she was never, I'll make sure I got my dates right here, that she was never the border czar. Well, according to Biden, she was given the partnership of America and was given total control over the border and to stop the illegal flow of aliens coming into the United States. He made her the czar. Let's see, March the 24th, 2021. So that's been a little over 3 years. But now they're saying that she was never the czar and that she had visited the border. No, she visited Laredo, which I've been to Laredo many times. I was stationed in Lubbock for 4 years, is not the border. Okay, these crossings where all these farmers are losing life and all of their property being trampled and being having their wives and daughters being raped and having them killed and having all their food stolen and their crops trampled. That's the border. That's the border. And she's never been there. They're going to try and I guess I think what they should do is to explain to us how she got a $70,000 Mercedes in less than 2 hours. Now that is an achievement because she has failed at every task given to her. Now here's the problem, sports fans. They don't have any choices. Who's going to run? Frankly, it's been such a piss poor 4 years. Nobody really wants to run. Now, Hollywood heaven, Gavin Newsom says he'll run, but he'd rather support Biden. That's saying, yeah, you can ask me if you want to, but don't expect me to answer yes. Nobody wants that position right now because they know that running against Donald Trump with the kind of support that Trump has, with the inroads he's made to the black vote and to the Hispanic vote, and the inroads he's made to every avenue of votes and money, puts him in a death spot. They can come in here and do all the hoopla they want to. They can put the big top back up. They can even hire Krusty the Clown to come back in and drive the clown car with Chuck Schumer and, Nancy Fix Me Another Drink Pelosi. But it's not going to do any good. It's not going to do any good. I hate the fact that we almost lost one of the best presidents ever elected, and that was Donald Trump. Only through divine guidance and intervention did God turn his head at the last moment. But what Mr. Crooks did when he shot Donald Trump was to solidify the outward opinion of Mr. Donald Trump is that I will not stop at anything. You can shoot me. You can try and put me in jail. You can rack up bogus charges. You can do anything you want to, but I'm gonna be right here running, and I'm going to win. And what he did was he's put the rubber stamp on that. Boy, it just going to happen, guaranteed. Now, we cannot be too confident, because in several states now, in mostly blue states, they're asking to use the same machines that we used in 2020. I think we should go. I don't care about it. I'll stay up all night long, but I think we need to go back to paper ballots. I don't care if we don't find out who the president is until the next day. Doesn't make any difference to me. But I'd rather go through the hanging Chad crap again than I would worrying about if the computer has been rigged. That's a major problem, with today's electronic society. You can tell your creditor, yeah, just go ahead and take it out of my bank account, and you're going to take $19.95 out every month. That's correct. Oh yeah, we got you. Give me all your information. First time, $39.95. You call and complain, they fix it, $29.95, $37.50, $14.25, and then back up to $39 while you're on the phone for 6 months, calling and raising hell. Why can't you get this right? And God, don't ever let the federal government take the wrong amount of money out of your bank account, because you will need an act of Congress to get it fixed. And these people who want to sell you an item that's the greatest thing since sliced bread, if you don't read that big, long disclosure, you will have accidentally signed up, as my wife just did, for makeup every single month to the tune of $69.95. Now, call them, okay, we're going to fix it, and then we're going to refund your money. It'll be put back in your bank account in 3 weeks. Why 3 weeks? You took it out in 3 minutes. Why is it going to take you 3 months or 3 weeks to put it back into my account? Well, And then we're going to charge you a $25 restocking fee. Okay. So it'd be better if you just, as they say in Liar Liar, take it up the tailpipe, and you've been here before. Yes. Just bite the bullet. It's the same way, especially on the social media sites. I mean, you think about it. You're looking at your little circle of friends, your little, what do they call it, color wheel and all that other stuff, your little plot of ground. You look at, maybe, I've got 12 or 1,300 friends. Not really friends, they're just, Facebook friends. I've got some really dear friends on there, but not that many. But do you know how many people at one time are looking at Facebook throughout not only the United States, but the world? Millions and millions and millions every minute. So these cats will, some of them don't last long because they're outrageous to begin with, because this one guy had these gummy bears that he said would cure autism. Well, we know that's bullshit, but he probably made a couple of $1 million in a couple of days sending out placebo sugar pills. It's the same way. If you look at the bottom of their advertisement, they always say, well, this has not been approved by the FDA and blah, 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 blah. I just did the same thing. I bought a weight loss product, cost me a fortune, and I have lost 10 pounds. And it was 10 pounds pretty quick. And now, nothing. It was one of those diets where, I've been on this earth 75 years, and I should know better than to read this crap. You don't have to exercise. You don't have to change what you eat. You don't have to do anything except take these tablets and you're going to lose 1 pound a day. Think about it. Think about it. I was a bodybuilder for 25 years. Think about it. I couldn't just sit there in front of the mirror and watch my muscles grow. You had to work at it. You had to work each and every day on your body to get it to build up. And then you had to do maintenance every day to keep those muscles. That kind of health just doesn't jump on you like white on rice and say, okay, give me all your fat. It's a stick up. Not going to happen. But you see, Facebook, and this is another reason that just pisses me off about Facebook, they don't vet anything. As long as you can pay the money for the advertisement, you can sell whatever you want on Facebook. And I hate these quickie teams that come on here. I call them quickie teams. It's not a pack of hookers. No. And what they do is they have this one product. And see, I'm stupid. I buy that crap. The one about the expanding fence of ivy. Okay, well, I built me a nice, huge, big shop and shed, and I just wanted some for decoration around the 40-foot front porch. And I got, of course, on the demonstration, he opens this beautiful, beautiful, thick and lush ivy. And I said, man, that's what I want. I want that right there. Don't want to have to grow it. Don't want to have to feed it. Don't have to do nothing to it. Just open it up and tack it where I want it to tack it. Well, I waited 16 weeks for it to get here. Probably came over on a canoe. And then when I got it, I opened it up. And I think it had polio or something because it was like a piece of ivy here and a piece of ivy here and that much difference in between the two pieces. And it really looked like something out of the, it just looked pathetic. And I had to scrunch them together and use several of them just to come out to cover about 3 square yards. It was pathetic looking. But people do that because in this age of electronics, when you let them Twix it out of your account, you're not gonna get it back. I've been dealing with this one company. They were taking $19.97 out every month. So I call them and I say, who are you and what do you do? Well, we give you advice on your television problems and your computer problems. And I said, but I didn't sign up for your program. Oh, yes, you did. Yes, over the phone you said, yeah, you okay? I said, good. Let me hear the tape. You have to record my voice. Let me hear the tape. Well, we don't have that right here. That's at another facility. That's kept at the home office. I said, well, good. Give me the number for the home office. Click. But they can sell pie in the sky all day long because this part of the woke society, there is no consequence for your actions. So there are people, and some of the ones that just really, oh God, I'd love to go find them. Being a former cop, I'd love to just go find them, put their ass in jail. Whenever we have a hurricane, especially down around the coast, we have a hurricane, and you're coming back up I-95, you will see every shyster, backstabber, corkscrewer, dirty dealer with a trailer, with tarps and nails and hammers, speeding, heading to the beach. And for $200, they will do roof repair. In other words, they will put a big old tarp on top of your house, nail it in place, and charge you $1,000 or so, and never come back. People do this with sick children. It's the same way. I don't send money to anywhere in Washington, D.C. Save the animals, blah, 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 Washington, D.C., throw it away. I give to my local shelters, and I give money to St. Jude's, and I give money to my Indian kids and stuff like that. But I get Reverend Jehoshaphat's Home for Wayward Cats and crap like that every day, whatever you can afford to send. And then when I get a product that I think is super, the first thing I look for is if it's this good, it's got to have a guarantee. Show me the guarantee. If you've got a guarantee with your product, I'm probably going to buy it. But 99 out of 100, no, you got to take us at good faith. We are not going to give you a guarantee on anything. That means it's fly by night. Let's see. I called the company to tell them, it was when the DeWalt Corporation got frauded. And they were selling these pallet loads, and I do mean pallet loads, full of electrical drills and bits and saws for $100 a pallet. $100 a pallet. Got them standing there with rows and rows and rows of pallets. So you call the DeWalt Corporation, they go, no, that's bullshit. It's all a fraud, but we can't catch them. We can't do anything about it. As I told you before, I lost over $3,000 in a Bitcoin scam. Yep. And now listen, all these people are calling me now wanting me to invest $50,000 into their Bitcoin, and they've always got someone there with a sign in front of a nice, big, fresh, good-looking house, and whoa, we made $575,000 in 4 months. This is our new house. Thank you, John and Bob and Billy and Glenda. Thank you so very much for making us all this money. So I just simply say, show me a copy. You can redact whatever names, addresses. Show me a copy of the check from Bitcoin. And show me, redacted if you want to, a copy of their bank statement where they deposited $575,000. And then I will consider investing with your company. One of them posted his paper license. Listen, I owned my own investment business for 10 years. I didn't make myself rich. I made a lot of other people rich. But these people don't follow the same SEC guidelines. And see, that's a major problem because SEC does not oversee these clowns. And so they can promise you everything. But the guy that was the shyster in my life never told me about fees, profitable fees. You got to pay a fee for making a profit. You got to pay a fee for withdrawing your money. You got to pay a fee for this and a fee for that. And I asked some other people, and they said, yeah, there's some fees. They're 0.5%, 0.75%, And my guy's wanting $1,000 here and $1,000 there, and that's a lot more than 0.5%. But he's a crook, and he's good at it. And he'll take more money from other people instead of just taking it from me. They don't care where the money comes from. I've got friends of mine on Facebook that basically live payday to payday, and there are times when they go hungry. These guys are hammering my friends. Oh, just $1,000, just $1,500. I'm gonna make you rich, and they're just plain old shysters, man. They're out to make money for themselves and nobody else. Let me see what I was going to hit on here last, and then we're gonna finish it up. Do not be overconfident, folks. Do not be overconfident. I believe that there will be a massive red wave in November, and I believe that Donald Trump will get probably some of the biggest numbers ever recorded, and percentage-wise also. But we cannot be overconfident. We have no guarantee this will not be another crooked election, that we might possibly lose this election due to voter fraud like we had before. Several states have outlawed ballot harvesting and things of that nature, and that's good. But the crooked places that are run by the Democrats are still going to make sure that the dead people still vote. They are afraid. They are afraid that whenever Donald Trump goes back into office in early January, that he will have revenge. He says no, but I hope he does. Biden is too stupid to be involved in this assassination attempt. But please, I'm begging Donald Trump, do not let this thing sit idle and stagnate and then try to give us a Warren report like they did with John Kennedy. Why are they being so slow to release any investigatory information? Don't tell me it's because it's under investigation. Hell, everything's under investigation. But we as the public who love Donald Trump need to know, want to know. I think you're going to find out that our weaponized DOJ and FBI and a lot of elected officials are going to be implicated as doing this not as one person, but as one body. And I hope that they put them all in prison, because to me, this would be accessory before and after the fact to murder. And then if they do get life, I think the punishment should be in the worst facility, not some plush federal facility, but in a really rat shithole of a prison. And then I think that they should have to listen, have it piped in every day to every speech Donald Trump has ever made. And just put it on a loop 24 hours. And let's do it like we did Noriega. We'll blast it from the outside by loudspeaker, and then we'll do some light and noise discipline, and we'll bombard them with 1,000,000 candle power and then give them blackouts. And oh yeah, they have no idea. If these people had succeeded, we would be in the arms of socialism within 3 years and on the edge of communism within 5. Our people would be going hungry because the woke generation doesn't want anybody to work. They want everybody to live off the government. Our religious standing would be nowhere around. The woke generation wants to do away with the churches. There will come a time when you will only be allowed to worship in your home, and the noise decibel level had better not be able to reach the sidewalk, or you will be punished. Or it will be like when I was in Saudi Arabia. Whenever the little guy goes up in the tower and sings his song, you better come out and worship whatever God they tell you that you're going to have to worship, or suffer the consequences. Our school system is already being dummied down with graduating illiterates because they're teaching these kids the government is going to take care of you, and the woke generation does not place any kind of importance on its education. You mix that with the cancel culture, and we'll make it so that the background for America is nothing but bad. There are no heroes. There's not going to be any more first place people. There's not going to be any more trophies for that one person. That 6'4" strapping young man is going to end up swimming on the girls' swim team, and that hairy old man can follow that little 9-year-old into her bathroom, because we want to be all inclusive and not hurt anybody's feelings. It's time we start hurting some people's feelings. I love you. That's it. We're going to call it at 30 minutes. Jim Voss, just my opinion, high above the garage. And I'm asking you, I'm begging you, I'm pleading with you. If they have to wheel your sorry ass to the polls, don't miss this vote. It's the most important one you'll ever cast in your life. And I'm asking you to vote for Donald Trump and for the great pick that he made on Mr. Vance. for a vice president. What a warrior. I love him. Take care. We're still going to go bowling. We need to take some warm showers together. We need to hold hands and skip down the lane. But we still need to have that cold air together. And always remember that I love the blonde in the third row with the arthritis. Take care. Peace out or something like that.